Hey everyone, Brandon here from New Way Fishing Academy. Today we're in the shop and we're going to give you a tutorial on how to set up your line counter reel so that you can be more effective the next time you hit the water. Let's get into it.
For those that don't know, line counter reels are specialty trolling reels that have a dial on them to display how much line has been let out. This is crucial information for trolling effectively, allow repeatability, and getting your baits to the right depth. The thing about line counters is that the technology doesn't actually measure how much line has been let out. Rather, the dial goes up 1 unit for a certain number of spool revolutions, which is set in the factory and unknown to us. Depending on how much line is on the spool, the amount of line let out for each revolution will be different. If you have a full spool versus a half spool, it could mean a huge difference in the amount of line that's actually let out. This is a big reason why anglers sometimes have one rod getting all the bites, even though they adjust the others to match the pattern. If the spools are not the same size, the amount of line let out will be different. One thing to note is that the type and size of line does not impact how the line counter functions. Only the size of the spool when line is on it. With a really small spool and really thick line, there is potential for the size to shrink as line is let out, but as long as you use the right size reel for the application, you shouldn't have any issues. We will also talk about how you can account for this later in the tutorial. Now that we've covered the technology, let's dive into what this means for the angler and how we can avoid or correct for it. The actual amount of line let out is based on the diameter of the spool with line on it. More explicitly, it's equal to the circumference of the spool for every spool revolution. If we look at two examples, a full spool and a half spool where the diameters are 2 and 4 inches, we can easily calculate that the amount of line let out per revolution are roughly 6 and 12 inches respectively. Let's say the line counter on the reel is actually made to measure out 1 foot every 1.5 spool revolutions. If we were to use the two spool sizes, we would get the results shown in the table here. The bigger spool actually underestimates the amount of line let out, while the smaller spool overestimates the amount of line let out. For small lengths of line, this difference is smaller, but still would have a major impact on the depth your lure is actually running at compared to where you think it is. So how can we set up our reel so that it aligns with the counter? This takes a bit of digging and some math, but isn't too difficult. You're going to need to know your reel model and look in the specifications to find both the gear ratio and length of retrieve per handle turn. This method is working on the assumption that the manufacturers determine the line retrieve length and line counter settings at the same time, the same amount of line on the spool. Some definitions and equations we will need. Spool circumference, when the line is on it, is equal to pi times the diameter of the spool. The line retrieve per handle turn is equal to the spool circumference multiplied by the gear ratio, which is equivalent to the number of spool revolutions per handle revolution. And with these values, we can solve for the spool diameter, which was used in the factory to set up the line counter. Once this value is known, we can add line onto our reel until we get to this value. But don't cut your line just yet. Next, let's verify by pulling out 10, 20, 50, even 100 feet of line and ensuring that the line counter also reads these values. If it does not, we need to add or remove line. If the line counter reading is greater than the actual amount of line let out, we need to add more line to the spool. If it's less than the actual amount, we need to take line off the spool. Depending on the amount of line you typically use while trolling, you might want to put more emphasis on it being accurate on that range. For instance, we normally troll with less than 50 feet of line due to the amount of control over the bait needed, so ensuring the reel is accurate out to 100 feet is not as big of a concern. But if you mostly long line troll in open waters, you may want to put more emphasis on ensuring it is accurate at 100 or more feet. Let's say you already have filled your reel with new line. You're not going to take it all off to redo this calibration. That's a waste of time and money. There are ways to account for the amount of line that you do have on the spool and still get accurate measurements. To do this, you're going to want to pull out 10, 20, 50, 75, and 100 feet of line, but actually measure this value. Don't do it just based off the line counter. When you do pull out these measurements, an actual value, record what the line counter reads at each value. Your correction factor is going to be the line counter reading divided by the actual length let out. Once you have this value and average it over the whole range, write it on the reel in your phone notes somewhere you won't forget it for that setup. Now, when you want to put a lure or bait out 60 feet, you need to let out line until the counter reads your desired length multiplied by the correction factor. Simple and easy. You're now keeping your bait exactly where you think it is. This method works well for 1 or 2 rods, but if you have a whole array of setups for trolling, it can quickly become difficult to remember what correction factor is for each setup. That is why we recommend setting them up correctly right from the get-go. As we fish throughout the season, there will be events that cause us to lose or cut line off the spool. This can impact the accuracy of the counter and your correction factors. However, it depends on how much line is removed. For the 303 size Okuma, we've determined that in order to change the spool diameter significantly with 80-pound braid, 50 feet must be removed to have any impact at all. This means the accuracy won't be affected until 50 feet of line is removed from the spool, but even up to 127 feet, only 5% accuracy between the actual line let out and the line counter reading is seen. Using smaller diameter line, this length would increase to a much higher value, and using larger diameter line, it would decrease. Knowing this and what you fish with, it may be worthwhile to increase or decrease your line size to improve the accuracy over your fishable range, or increase your reel size to accommodate more line and keep accuracy high for a larger length of line to be let out. Since most of our trolling occurs less than 50 or 60 feet, this doesn't seem to be too big of a deal. Other than this, underestimating the amount of line that you've let out is better in our mind, as this means your bait will be shallower than you think it is and likely still above where the fish are sitting. If you're overestimating the amount of line you've let out, your bait could actually be a lot deeper than you think. This means you could be under the fish. In our mind, it's better to be accurate for shorter distances than it is for these long lines for this reason. Depth curves from 80 to 150 feet are universally flat at this point. So even if you're off by 5, 10, or even 20 feet in terms of how much line you think is let out, you're not going to achieve any more depth. However, the steepest part of your dive curve is generally between 0 and 30 feet of line let out. So every extra foot that you have let out will result in a much deeper dive for your bait. If you're a few feet off in how much line you think is let out, could have a bait running 2 to 3 or even more feet deeper than you think. If you want to do the math to figure out how much line you can remove from your spool before your accuracy is impacted, we've outlined the procedure on the screen here. What it comes down to is understanding the limitations of your spool size and how much line it can hold, as well as how thick your line is, which in turn will tell you how much line needs to be taken off the spool before you reduce the number of layers and therefore diameter of the line on the spool. Dropping one layer on a very thick reel will account for more change in the amount of line let out than dropping a layer on line that is very thin.